right, and we're back. Welcome, everyone. Like, share, subscribe. Got to throw it out there. So with all that done, welcome to Black Irish News. It's time to hear what Tucker Carlson and this idiot's got to say. Let's just get to it, shall we?
So tell us why, I mean, you're a U.S. Senator. You help negotiate trade deals, but you mentioned human relationships. Why?
Well, somebody's got to be honest and tell the truth.
Yep. And if there's anyone that knows about being honest, it's a newscast or the politician, because they're just so honest, right?
These young men, and the truth is what the porn industry is selling them is a total lie. And the truth is American society needs them.
Just like the Instagram, the TikToks, the OnlyFans sell women lies. But we're protecting them, so we won't say anything about them. Let's move on, shall we?
Them to step up. We need them to go get married and have families and be responsible husbands and fathers. This society is impoverished because too many young men are too despairing or too checked out on social media or porn to be doing what we need them to do as a country. It's time.
Yeah, it's always the man's fault. Always the man's fault. It has nothing to do with the mindset of the modern day woman. It has nothing to do with how the government runs things, how the media pushes things, how getting married is pretty much useless to a man, because if you are rich, you lose everything you got. If you're poor, you'll go to jail because you can't take care of your children. You can't pay child support and you can go to jail for that. But of course, you're a politician, right? You should know these things, right? No. People like this idiot and Tucker Carlson, they live in their own little bubble. They live in their mansions. They don't live down with the normie. The normies don't deal with them. What they deal with is their $1,200 suits and their perfect lives. Getting paid millions of dollars to lie to you every single time. But remember, guys, it's the man's fault. We're not manning up enough. Okay, we're too busy on P-Hub to really just, get down and dirty and find a modern day gal to make her your wife and have a whole litter of children and live happily ever after. Okay.
To call people, to call young people in particular and young men to be something more. And Tucker, they want to be called to it. They don't want to be sold the bill of goods anymore. Somebody needs to tell them the truth.
And that guy's you, right?
Exactly right. But you're one of the very few people who said anything like this, certainly one of the very few elected officials, because it's considered really embarrassing to notice this is happening. Why don't more people say it? It seems like it's transformed our society.
So how come they're not embarrassed by women who are going on OnlyFans to make money? Why are they not embarrassed by seeing mothers doing OnlyFans with their daughters? No, there's nothing wrong with that, of course. But, oh, Lord, men are watching P-Hub, and that's the reason why they're checking out.
Completely.
Yeah, well, I think that's because the liberal culture, what the message to young people is, the most you can aspire.
It doesn't matter if it's the left or the right. It's the government. The government always has an agenda against its own people.
To in life is to be a consumer who sits in a cubicle in front of a computer all day and doesn't ask any questions and doesn't do anything meaningful with your life. And what we need to say to young men and young women too is just the opposite. Aspire to be something more than a consumer. And for young men, aspire to be something more than a consumer pornography. Aspire to actually create something in your life, like create a family, for instance.
It's too much of a risk. No man wants to sit there, get married, and lose everything. You want more men to get married and have bigger families? Have women more responsible for their decisions. Know that they will either get nothing or lose everything if they get married. Tell the women that they want to have children. You have to be completely sure about what you want from that man. And he better be the man you want. If you really want to see change, tell the woman you get absolutely nothing if you get divorced. They'll start thinking twice about it.
That is the single greatest act of rebellion, if you like, against the liberal culture that is suppressing people's desires, that is suppressing their potential, is to go out and actually engage in real relationships, get married, have a family, have kids, have your own ideas, and be a responsible member of society. I mean, this is what people are built to do. And again, it's what young people want to do.
It's what they were built to do until people like you changed the laws and made it so unthinkable to get married. And then you want to turn around like you don't know that the laws that you passed within your government caused this.
Want to be challenged.
They always want to make it seem like they don't know. I don't understand why these guys don't want to get married. They need to man up, pull us, as the right would say, pull yourself up from your bootstraps. In this situation, they were left with no bootstraps to pull up. So, can't really help you there, can we?